How's it going, guys? Back for some more Ulster Season 1 qualifier action. Senior squad taking on the dark side tonight. Best of two. This tournament's heading well into the mid part of this year, and with self-isolation being quite a big thing, I assume a lot of people are sitting at home playing Dota and practicing. And I'm sure 2.0 can agree with me on that one.
Absolutely, Cappy. Nothing like a bit of high quality Dota to watch. And if you're not watching, I hope you're playing. Get that practice in and get good.
Get good, man. Get good. I mean, there's not much else.
Cappy, do you have your open mic on?
I do.
Right, excellent.
It's for party or that's for team? Yeah.
Yeah, for team. Okay, magic. All right, guys. So we see in the banning phase, and again, this is new banning phase after the patch with a 4-1-1. So initially there are 4 bans. We see quite a few decent meta heroes coming out in the Mars, Lich, Lycan, and Snapfire. On the side of Dark Side, they ban out the Willow, Oracle, Pugna, and Puck, all of which are really performing at the moment if you look at the statistics across high-level pubs. And then Senior Squad first pick an Earthshaker, Cappy.
That's, I guess it's just the beginning, but...
It is. It's exciting. I like it. That's pretty bold. What the Earthshaker first pick does allow is a little bit of trepidation in picking up heroes like a Phantom Lancer or a Chaos Knight. Maybe something that Senior Squad are not happy dealing with, or with regards to the core that they want to pick up. I like it. Again, it's bold. It's nice. This is already looking exciting. I think I have a bit of FOMO from missing out from my cast on Sunday. I'm quite excited.
Yeah, that would have been fun. WG against EUC.
Yeah, unfortunately it was a forfeit, but here we are.
We're back here. Disruptor, just meta stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Very strong hero at the moment. Quite a bit of lane presence with his harass from Thunderstrike, but most importantly, Static Storm being such a game changer, whether it be for disengage or, essentially silencing an entire team if you get it right. I like it a lot. We might see a bit of setup for it. Obviously, the Mars has been banned, but we can see things like a Clockwork, like a Centaur, anything really that has an AoE stun or AoE lockdown.
Also, Disruptor's auto-attack strength is really, really good. Like, it does a lot of damage harassing in the lane.
It's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's on the same levels as a Bane or a Lich, but definitely useful and highly annoying to deal with.
Yeah, very annoying. It's got good attack speed. Like, it feels like it just throws out a lot in a short space of time.
Ooh, really looking spicy. Okay, we see a Magnus pickup. We've seen this hero run as position 1 or 2 for the vast majority of professional games. I'm not saying that will happen here, but we're likely to see that as a position 1 or 2. Oh boy.
Lots of stuff are going to get stolen.
I feel like seniors have said we see your team fight, and we are now going to meet your team fight. Okay, that's pretty good in terms of how much of team fight we see from Darkside already. We spoke about the setup. Now we have the Magnus RP into Disruptor Static Storm, and Senior Squad countered that immediately with the silence. I'm not sure what position it will be played, but obviously a very hard counter to any team fight orientated lineup.
The Darkside removed Pugna and Puck as well. So I guess silence, maybe it slipped through or they're not too fussed about it. I guess BKB and Manta does nullify what he does.
Sure, but currently with their current heroes, they're not natural BKB, or maybe the Magnus to an extent, but definitely not natural Manta carriers, which would obviously be the counter to the silence. I really like the silencer pickup here. I think they've honestly hit the nail on the head with that. Let's see how they follow it up.
Yeah, too early to estimate anything.
I mean, it's too early to say who's going to win this.
There'll most likely be a core, like a melee +1 in that safe lane, just to make the most of Magnus's power.
Yeah, I would imagine that's the case. I know that Sniper does pretty well with Empower, but generally speaking... Oh, there we go. Okay.
Jeez, how much farming? Can you cast Empower and Illusions? I'm sure you can.
I'm sure you could, but I feel like you'd rather do it on the main Naga. Oh boy. Senior Squad just seem to have all the answers here, guys. They've just... Darkside have picked up a Naga. Currently, Senior Squad have an Earthshaker and a Leshrac. Both massive AoE damage, both completely able to deal with the Naga early to mid game. Obviously, late game, a Naga is incredibly tanky and very hard to kill. But we see Senior Squad coming up with the most or the best answers that they can right now. I really like these picks from Senior Squad. Super, super good. What to pick up now? If that's a position 1 Nagasaran and a position 2 Magnus, I would imagine the position 4 being picked up now.
Whoa.
Okay.
Okay, it's a pos 4 mag probably.
Or a pos 4 Nagasaran. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
No, I'm not sure. Either way, it just looks very greedy to me. That's what it really looks like.
Well, that's a lot of greed going on there.
Oh, Necro, yeah, he's got a really picking nicely and to round off their draft.
Yeah, that's
they
super
just take
strong. Yes.
Actually, I'm trying to think. They need something like probably a little bit of strength. Something they can survive a bit.
On the side of Senior Squad.
Yeah.
I think they need some more physical damage, Cappy. Right now, their entire draft is majority of magical damage, and that can be mitigated quite nicely by the Lifestealer Rage. I think that they would need something to contest that. We might see an illusion-based hero. We might even see something like a Chaos Knight. Probably not, though. I'm interested to see what they pick up. But I don't think that they can continue with this magic damage trend that they've started.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
They might just be like, when in Rome.
When in Rome. Maybe a Templar Assassin would be nice for them.
That would be assuming that the Leshrak's not mid. I think that they or the Necro. I think it'll be a Necro offlane Leshrak mid. So I think that they'll be picking up their position 1 now after this ban. So we'll have a good idea of what's going on. I think it could even be a decent PA game, and they might ban pick it as well. Maybe that's what they're thinking about now. PA does decently versus a Lifestealer, as well as Magnus. But it might be something different. We don't know.
Gotta wait.
Yep.
The clock ticks down. Senior Squad holding on to that 5th ban. 6th ban.
They're taking their time on this one.
Fook used to be Uncle Fook.
Oh,
I thought it was like a new lineup here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, I remember that. We cast him a while back, Kopi.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I recognize Trash Panda's name.
Yes, so do I.
That's
it. But we haven't cast the Dark Side before.
No, not yet. This is the first time.
Yeah. So I have to note that the Dark Side's Lifestealer pick is actually really strong. It pretty much ensures a decent lane. Okay, Batrider ban. Oh boy.
Wow. That's cool. That's a lot of stuff. Lots of physical.
It's very cool. And if you've been paying any attention to the pro scene, guys, Whistleback can be run anywhere between position 1 and 3. I think that we'll probably be seeing it here as a position 1, I would imagine.
That Lesh could go safe lane very easily as well.
Yes, it could. My only concern is you don't really want to be laning a Bristleback versus a Naga. Naga has very high starting armor, and moreover, it has armor-reducing abilities. So, actually, we might see it. If this is a position 4 Nagasaran, we might not see that Bristleback run in position 1. It might be a 3, with the Leshrak position 2 and a Necro 1. Ooh, I don't know. Very interesting either way.
That counters everything on Senior
That's what happened.
That just counters everything on Senior Squad's team.
Yeah, I think the silencer might be able to deal with it, but that's also completely dependent on where that silencer.
I have a feeling it is going to be a pass 4 mag with offlane Viper. Maybe the offlane Lifestealer.
No, I think that's a mid Viper Cappy, safe lane Lifestealer, and an offlane Magnus would be my bet.
What's the Naga doing then? just netting things.
Position 4 dog is really strong. Some of the Siren is a pretty crazy ability. Yeah. I mean, let's see, Cappy. I'm slightly confused, which doesn't happen very often. Let's see how they run it. We're gonna have a lot to speak about in the beginning of this game.
Yeah, all right. Well, game one will begin to go underway. The players picking up their items.
Any bets here, Cappy?
Just because of Viper, the dark side. I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
go
the squad can play well.
I'm gonna go with Senior Squad only because I feel like the Dark Side have a very, very greedy draft.
That is true.
I think it's going to be difficult to get everyone online. So I'm going to go with Senior Squad. I think that their lineup is a little bit more balanced, albeit with the Viper pick. That's going to be my
and Senior Squad just start knocking down buildings early on.
Yeah, definitely. With the Leshrac in particular, that's Diabolic Edict. It just melts towers. So they definitely have the tower push, they have the team fight, and they have the tank and the bristleback.
Ugly.
All right,
switching my frames. Yeah, seem to be okay.
So it is an offlane Viper, as you suggested, with a mid Magnus.
A mid mag.
Yep, that's where it's at right now.
And the pos 4 nog. Yeah, that is okay.
Yep. All right.
How does Magnus do against Leshrac?
I feel like it's a pretty even matchup in that the Leshrac is not really going to be able to kill the Magnus. But I do feel that the Leshrac will be slightly favored with regards to farm. In lane, that is. So Magnus can obviously just go to the bush and melt creep camps. But I do feel like it'll be difficult for him to stay in lane.
Or at least hopefully he'll be stacking for himself. Trying to get something out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And he can do it with ease. That Empower allows him to take stacks pretty quickly. Right, and it's a position 5 silencer with a position 1 bristleback. Magic. This is going to be interesting.
Hopefully. Haven't seen Darkside play. I mean, just looking at the log, I think Senior Squad have a little bit of better standing, don't they?
My gratitude. Hey! Bright and breezy.
Right. And we're off.
Next to going for the brown boots. Straight away on the Naga Siren. Pretty cool.
I like that. Very mobile. He hasn't selected a skill yet. I'm very interested to see what he takes first.
What should he be doing? Not Mirror Illusion, I assume.
No.
Not Mirror Illusion.
I don't think he'll take that as a... Actually, I mean, it'll provide a lot of harass. I'm just worried about taking creep aggro.
Very evenly contested runes, so the Senior Squad will get the bottom bounty in the river. However, I am the curry. I am the curry now. To secure the top river runes. So it's going to be 3 for the Dire and 1 for Senior Squad.
No, it's 2 and 2.
2 and 2. Oh, did they get bottom? Oh, yes, They did.
Lanes to watch, Cappy. I think this top lane is going to be incredibly interesting.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, if this Earthshaker is able to get off a decent block at an early stage before the last healer gets his rage, I think it's pretty easy kill potential. But on the same note, this Disruptor with Thunderstrike and a Life Stealer Open Wounds, they could really get a few things done. So I think it's going to be a nice back and forth. In this bottom lane, I don't think that a Bristle deals particularly well with the Viper. That being said,
And nothing deals well with the Viper.
Yeah, that's fair.
Viper Hero is like, yeah, just incredibly strong laner.
Yeah.
And mid lane, Agnes Lesh. Subsonic vs Fook, Uncle Fook. Close contest of CS. And it's, I mean, there isn't much kill potential for both teams until, well, both, any of the lanes.
I'd say until about level 3, really.
Blackout Maniac, he's actually going to start throwing out the quill sprays onto Trash Pan and taking a lot of poison attack damage in return.
He needs to be careful here.
Does need to be careful. He does have a salve he's holding on to. Pops it now. Panda maybe looking for the... next. If he has anything to say about it, yeah, he's going to remove it. Those brown boots.
Paying off.
Paying off early on. And Trash Panda needs to probably get himself a stick, which he does have queued up. Luke misses the stun.
I think that's a really good observation, Cappy. If any of you out there are...
Missing the stun or the boots?
No, the magic stick. I think it's super good, and it's something that you almost have to get versus Bristle, even if you're starting items.
You just be using it all the time. Like, you can literally just keep using it. Stay healthy.
Absolutely.
IR NVU. IR. What did we call him last time?
I don't remember, but we're going to go with IR at the moment.
IR, yeah. IR NVU. ER envy us. Maybe that's maybe he's saying he envies us.
Yes, I think that's what it's about.
Okay. Probably got nothing to do with that, but he's I mean, he hasn't given us much to work with. Interesting split earth. I don't know what he was trying to stun there though. Did he get the range creep? Is that what he did?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he did, and that's essentially why you take the split earth. And I see that he hasn't skilled his lightning storm, which we usually see from mid players, mid-less players. But I'm not sure what the reasoning behind that is. Maybe he's just looking to take an early tower. Usually you'll... very nice split earth.
There's Nagasaran also next to... he's using the Mirror Illusions to farm the small camp. So just to remove that from the Radiant side. So Senior Squad can't pull from there. Or farm it.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty smart. It's the first time I've seen that with a position for Naga. I like it a lot. It's very sneaky.
You don't have to worry about the Viper too much. It's pretty strong by itself.
Yeah.
Mid lane. Next is making the movement with those brown boots so goddamn quick. Throws out the net. They find Fook. Subsonic's there. Doesn't have a lot of mana though. Trying to save some up. He already used the skewer, and Fook, being a Leshrac, is incredibly quick. That gank will not be successful. IR NVU. Also moved his way mid, but Nex is already heading southeast, back towards the bottom lane. Maybe did Subsonic not see this Earthshaker rotation? I don't think he did. NVU is coming around right at the back, gets the Fisher block off, and there is no skewer away for this Magnus. It's still there to help chain the stuns, and Earthshaker managed to get the first blood, the totem helping to secure the kill.
I think it's just a case of he didn't expect the Earthshaker to hang around. Oh, sorry, I missed that kill bottom.
But yeah, he's got the points in Nether Toxin. So what Nether Toxin does is that it breaks passives.
Yeah.
And Bristleback's passive, being his Bristleback, is his damage reduction from damage from behind and in front. Behind and the sides.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't have that, then
he's just like every
he's
other
a normal other hero. He's just like you and me, your average Joe. And the carry now is also going to be brought down. Penance just man fighting him, throwing a Fiend's Grip, Death Pulse, right under the tower. Getting the kill. Black Amani a little bit pissed off. He's running straight ahead, throwing out the Quill Spray, trying to get the stacks up onto Nexter and Trash Panda. The Viper more than happy to soak this up, just turning around with the poison attacks. Top lane, this Earthshaker making great rotations. They find the pos 5 of the dark side.
Yeah, that's both heroes in the safe lane having been killed. It's a little unfortunate. I think that Iron the Curry now is going to have to play incredibly safe. He does have a double bracer for magic resistance now, which is pretty good versus a Necrophos. We might see the Disruptor stacking Bush for him now, so that as soon as he has the adequate levels, he can just rotate in there and take as much farm as possible.
Next up, throws the ensnare. Malgi, a bit too many things for him to handle. At least he had the tower within range. Can walk to RNVU. He's made another rotation mid. Fook, he's popped himself out the pulse as well. Gets the Fisher block. He's looking for the Split Earth. Does miss it. However, the Diabolic Edict will be enough to do the damage. Sonic brought down again in this mid lane. Great rotations from this Earthshaker.
Yeah, and the Leshak did have level 6. Fook had level 6, so he was able to pulse him over there as well, securing the kill. Very cool.
Lots of pings. Next up, see, you mentioned this greedy build because this Naga Siren isn't really the best ganking hero you could ask for.
I think with the ensnare, it's okay, but
But there's no stun, no follow-up, no...
Yeah.
Subsonic's back in next up, taking a lot of damage. Magnus will get the deny on the tower. IRNVU trying to play his way through the trees, has drawn that creep wave though, looking after him, so the dark side will have eyes. There's the ensnare. Next up, finds it, totem bash. They want to kill of Naga Siren, managed to get the... He cancels it once and then goes for it and finds nothing for his efforts.
That's super unfortunate. That's such a long cooldown as well. I mean, Magnus RP is 2 minutes at level 1. Sorry, it's 130 seconds at all levels. But that is super unfortunate.
Really, really sad. Especially because he didn't get anything out of that. He got the tower deny though, so Subsonic can walk away feeling a little bit happy about that. Penance now. Very scary, this Necrophos is going to throw out the Reaper's Scythe immediately onto White Mamba, gets the kill, and that's a dead disruptor for quite a while. IRNVU's made the move in top, leads with the Fisher. Going to follow up with the Totem Smash onto the Curry now. Gets the range off just in time. However, his courier will fall. Walked right across the path of this angry Earthshaker. Nexus been forced to use the Mirror Illusion again to escape death.
The Curry now needs to be careful here.
Reaper Scythe is out, but that does not make this Penance Necromancer Necrophos any less terrifying. Or any less powerful. Hideous Panda, Trash Panda. Kills Bristleback bottom again. Algi is trying to run away. Will successfully do. The Trash Panda taking tower damage now. Silencer saw this first there. Okay. There's the cleanup crew.
Yeah, just taking a little bit too much tower damage there. Bit of a misplay. I think he thought that Mowgli ran across the tree line past the tier 1 tower, and he ends up taking a bit too much tower damage. Uncle Fook able to clean up there.
Next up. Yeah, he's barely surviving. He's making a bit of impact. Still not completely sold on this idea.
Not.
No, not yet. I don't used to be a thing. I used to play it myself, but I just don't think with the changes it's really worth putting in position 4.
Well, we'll have to see, Cappy. Once we have the ultimates on Mega Sun. Okay.
Bottom lane, they're bringing in Nexus with the TP. Subsonic Say 2 does not have the reverse polarity, but he does have that hammer of his. Ensnare. Find themselves a silencer. Blackout Maniac is using the salve, trying to get a little bit of quill spray damage into those illusions. It's quite a massive illusions. Fook has been baiting it the whole time. Gets the Split Earth. There's the Nether Toxin. Subsonic. He goes forward. He does have the RP now. In for the skewer. Cancel it. He doesn't need it to bring down Fook. Next to will fall though. Blackout Maniac. Very strong. He's just chased him down. All those quill sprays stacking up, doing more damage over time. And the dark side will need to possibly disengage. Bristleback. Yeah. A lot of quills. When you start getting 4 and up quill stacks in you, it's time to say bye-bye.
Coin for me. Bounty which my matriarch will prize.
Luke sitting comfortably on the stage with.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's important to note that that senior squad are looking very, very good with regards to Necklace. Sorry, I missed that kill.
No, I think Mowgli thought he got the double damage rune before Subsonic did, and he was like, well, maybe there's a chance here I could man-fight him, because Subsonic has 25% HP and I have a double damage rune, but he forgets he is a level 4 silencer with no solar intel, whilst Subsonic is a mid-Magnus with 3 braces.
And level 9.
And level 9. So, Subsonic is great, and just right-clicked him down.
Okay. Seems
I
good.
envy you. Is he going for a deep ward? What do you think he's going to see now as his death? Again, Blackout Maniac dies. This Trash Panda Viper is going to be big later.
Yeah, he will be. But I think it is important to note the side of senior squad with regards to Leshrac Necro are way ahead of any of the Dark Side's cores. The Bristlebacks behind, but if you look at the Lifestealer, his counterparts, it's not looking great for the side of the Dark Side.
The Networth lead will just continue to expand, especially with a Leshrac that knocks towers down like Skittles. When he starts eventually doing that, TP's into the top lane, Subsonic. He's got the RP. There's no vision up here. Next up, let's start with the ensnare. We've got Trash Panda here too. Then Ghost Shaker in the wrong neighborhood. Yeah, gotta be careful when you're fighting around high ground like that with no vision.
Yep.
Penance, there's a lot of Darkside heroes up here. Subsonic forward, he gets the RP, does manage to find Penance. Can he tank his way through this? They're dropping a lot of damage onto him, so is Viper, and he will not survive. Blackout Mania can only watch as Fook also goes, and this might be a bit of a mistake from Fook. He's a Leshrac, he's really squishy, and he can't do enough damage next to now. Using the Song of the Siren to lock Blackout Maniac in place. They get the break from the Nether Toxin. Also find him with the Thunder Strike, Ensnare, Subsonic. He's just going to man fight, he's taking stack damage, doesn't really matter. This is a lot of good exchanges for the Dark Side. Looks a bit... That was a bit... I'm going to have to say, a bit of a bold strategy, Cotton. from Senior Squad.
Love the dodgeball reference. That's good.
Thank you, I heard it today.
I feel like they overestimated
what were they doing?
there.
They lost and then they sort of just...
Yeah, it feels like they just went in one by one, Cappy. It was a bit of a misplay there. Yeah. Pipe almost up on... Hood of Defiance is now up on the Viper, and it'll soon be a pipe. That's going to be a huge impact item for the side of the Dark Side. Obviously, with the amount of magical damage coming out from Senior Squad, I like it a lot, and I like the rush on the Viper. It's so easy to...
Oh, Penance, you're going to go back mid.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Just disruptive things.
Yeah, just disruptive things.
Yeah.
You you found Magnus. Subsonic is not afraid. And why should he be?
Yeah.
Got Nexus coming around behind. Ghost Shroud. Popped up by Penance. Just searched back into the ensnare. Penance in the wrong neck of the woods. Hoping to try and get the Reaper's Scythe onto Subsonic, but he's got so much help here. He went for the cast animation. He did try to go for it. But, would that have been worth? Blackout Maniac again! Senior Squad just running up after the Kiras die. You gotta be careful.
I've got to say, Gappy, from looking at the draft and how the Dark Side have run this with regards to positions, I really like that Viper offlane versus a Bristleback. Obviously they saw the Bristleback pick first, but they obviously had this draft in mind, and it's really nice to see it paying off here.
Yeah, there's nowhere else that Viper could have gone when you look at it.
Yeah,
Let's go against Bristle.
Yeah.
That ward's been scouted out by the Bristleback. White Mamba will have it dewarded in an ideal world. And Silencer has gold by a sentry.
And we see this Lifestealer making a bit of a comeback with regards to net worth. He's been given or afforded a lot of space by his teammates.
I think this is a good build. Maelstrom into Halberd.
Look, Cappy, I think that now with the way that the hero has been changed, as well as the items have been changed, that it's pretty much open for interpretation. But I don't hate this Maelstrom Halberd build. I slightly question the Halberd versus the side of Senior Squad, but that being said, the Halberd does allow for self-heal amplification, which means that Lifestealer's main skill, Feast, is obviously a lot better.
I don't know if they changed that on the halberd.
Yeah,
It gives you increased lifesteal.
yeah.
Or healing. Regen.
Increase self-heal, yeah. And,
Oh, wow.
and status resist. So it's
The
all
whole
round a
item
good
does, or
item.
like the Sage and Yasha does it?
Sage and Yasha does it as well.
So the Sage, it's the Sage in the
It's the Sage, yeah.
item. Penance, TP'd in here to maybe try to defend his tier 1 mid. But Earth, they're looking for the Fisher's Top. They find it on Trash Panda. The Song of the Siren out. The silence is not there in time. The song will be there to possibly save. Never mind. Reaper's Sight says no. The squad find themselves Trash Panda Viper and continue to surge forward. They've pinged out Nexter. He's got the Tranquil Boots. Goes for Mirror Illusion. Totem Smash misses. Oh, hoping to maybe get the sneaky micro. Which one is it, guys? Which hat is the actual golden marble under? We don't know, and they get the wrong one. What? Subsonic is in.
Boy.
He finds himself a double kill, most likely. 2 squishy supports. Oh, Algi still alive, running away. Nexus on the high ground, playing Henry Wall and the Snogger Siren, using that mobility. They root up this Blackout Maniac and prod him into the Sonic Storm. But Bristol can soak that up. They're really struggling without the Viper. They need that Nether Toxin break. Oh boy, Subsonic, he's found with the Split Earth. Fook is going to run him down. The Pulse Nova, way too much magical damage for even a 3 Bracer Magnus to deal with.
Yeah, just remember that Diabolic Edict is also physical damage.
Yes.
So there's almost this hybrid of damage coming out from Fook, and it's so effective versus heroes like Nago, obviously, which is why they picked it. But versus a Magnus that's gotten three braces, and he's obviously looking to negate the magic damage. That extra physical damage goes a long way.
Bit dicey there. I'm the Curry now. Has the Maelstrom.
Right. So what the Maelstrom does is allows the Lifestealer to accelerate his farm. Yes, it applies damage, which is great, and with the high attack speed that the Lifestealer gets from his Feast ability, it's very effective. But at the end of the day, the basic Maelstrom is pretty much for amplifying your farm, and we'll definitely see a net worth growth from the Lifestealer within the next sort of 10 or 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, they picked up Dragon's Scale
Dragon scale, okay.
on Bristleback. Lots of armor. I think he's got his Sage finished first.
All right.
And teams will be farming up. They need some more items.
It's always, Cappy, it's always such a nice thing seeing a Titan Sliver drop when you have a Sage already. I mean, going from a status resist of 16% from Assange into another 16% from a Titan Sliver, that's pretty cool, in my opinion. That's value right there.
Yeah, that really is. Just silly amounts, though.
Yeah.
Goodness. Freshman is back. He's finished the pipe of Inside, also going for the Guardian Greaves. Opposing offlaner's got also going for them.
Okay.
Everyone's getting Guardian Greaves. I understand on Necro and obviously on Viper, pretty good too.
Yep.
There was a stage where you used to run like mid SF with Guardian Greaves. It was very brief. There was some change they did, and it lasted for like a week.
It was the cooldown reduction.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was
Split
it.
Earth, Mamba, he's in a lot of trouble. They're going to get the Reaper side onto Disrupt. Instant choice. Here's the Global Silence. How the X-Slam does manage to connect. However, this Viper just tanks through most of a Trash Panda. So goddamn tanky. Next, they're going to be forced to use the Song of the Siren. Do they disengage? The dark side, they're going to lose one. They're probably going to lose two. Oh, Book is hungry. He just picked up the Kaya. That's what happened.
That global silence was absolutely perfect, Cappy.
Godlike.
You couldn't time it any better if you tried.
No
That
RPs,
was-
nothing.
Yeah, it stopped the RP. I mean, yeah. Well played, sir.
Sitting behind this Diabolic Edict on Fook. Either squad can really take a lot of towers.
Mowgli, you beauty.
You beaut.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower
Taking
is
tier
under
2. And this is where Leshrac just...
Yeah, he shines, yeah. I mean, look at that tower, Cappy.
God,
Wait, what tower?
what tower? Where was it? I saw nothing. Nexter does have the Meteor Hammer equipped, and they've still got all their abilities, so perhaps this is the cue for Senior Squad to disengage. Glimpse back on Fook. That could be a bit of a problem. He's brought back right into the middle of a very angry The Dark Side. We'll get a split off before he falls, but that's Glimpse from White Mamba getting that catch.
Yeah, and it's on a very important hero. That's pretty big for the side of the Dark Side.
Are they still chasing? Yeah, they get another glimpse.
Oh,
It's gonna
boy.
be Mecha Maniac into Connect Field. White Mamba earning his keep with all this glimpsing. This catch.
It's a difficult
Jeez, they have to
kill.
drop. Oh, the Fisher block from IR View. Oh, it saves Black Eye Maniac.
Wild.
What? That was nice. And they dropped so much. They were at a stage with like this. I don't think we're killing this guy.
Yeah.
No, Stagstorm went down. Intertoxin was down, and Black just walked through it. Not a care in the world.
Yeah. Backtracking a little bit, Cappy, I really like the Sanj pickup from the Bristleback. It's allowing him to just be that extra bit slippy and tanky. And I mean, evidence in that is that previous fight. Yeah, it's good stuff. The net lasts a little bit less long. The shockwave lasts a little bit less long. Open wounds, not as long. Same with the Viper Strike. It's actually a really solid item here. A nice pickup.
You mentioned the healing it gives too.
Yeah, sure.
Does that will that amplify your base healing? So he's got plus 35 with his base healing and his items.
Yep,
Regen per
absolutely.
second. It amplifies that too. All right.
If he gets spell lifesteal, it's going to, help with that as well.
Both teams are just trying to outpush the other one. I feel Senior Squad push faster just because they have a Diabolic Edict on Fook.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
TDS will retreat with their tier 3 high ground. Senior Squad not sure what the plan is for now. Like I mean,
Subsonic.
yeah, Subsonic's very far forward. The rest of his team are quite a distance away, and IR Envy just going to ensure that they get the chain stuns. He's got the Echo Slam to lock this Magnus in place, and that is their mid Magnus down. TDS need to really think about retreating. Really do.
I think it's a bit of a misplay from Subsonic there, Cappy. I don't think he thought that the whole of Senior Squad were around there.
Let's go and
And,
Bristleback of all people.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one. But unfortunate.
Unfortunate, or well, yeah, he wasn't aware where his team was.
Yeah.
Don't think that's unfortunate.
But let's go with misplay.
Misplay, yeah.
All right. So, Cappy, things are looking a little bit sad for the Dark Side here with a 6k net worth deficit. But it's not only that. The three cores on the side of Senior Squad are looking pretty sharp at the top of the net worth table. And to be quite frank with you, yes, Senior Squad are on a timer. But I think that with that net worth lead, if they pick up an Aegis now, they're going to be able to take high ground without a problem.
And Fook almost has his Black King bar. And then I wonder what the Dark Side will do when he has that. The only thing they have at Pierce is Magnus Reverse Polarity, but when that's down...
Yeah,
You know?
I think the big thing is that the lifestealers are able to do damage through it. But again, is it enough? We'll have to see. Fook has a Yules as well as a Haystream bottled, so I mean, if they had a go on him now, they're not going to get very far with that endeavor.
Roshan? None of these teams really have a quick roshing lineup.
Nope. Well, I disagree. So, Senior Squad have a very, very fast roshing lineup. The Bristleback Nasal Goo, coupled with the Earthshaker Chain Stuns and the Leshrac Diabolic Edict, they should be melting through that Roshan without a problem. I think we see them starting to set up for it, so I hope that they go. Yep, and in they go. And we're about to see what we just spoke about.
Roshan Black Maniac will just tank the big guys. Big hooks that he throws up. Boom. get down to their level for this. Always enjoy this. I don't know if you guys like the alternative camera viewpoints, but I quite do.
Well, if you don't, it's happening in any
It's
case.
happening, and you're going to look at it. Because we can always watch Roshan being taken from above. We've all seen it. Luke picks it up. Leshrak with the Aegis of the Immortal. And his boys behind him, the senior squad. I wonder if they're all like retired guys, are they? They're the
Maybe
veteran
it's a
squad of
reference to
their-
position of power. I'm
Could be.
not sure. Or they could just be old.
Or they could just be... They're probably just old. We'll go with that.
Cool.
Luke, they just sit behind him. He's got the Black King bar. Like a many two. Yeah, he's finished the Crimson Guard. He's got the full Heaven's Halberd. He's got a Medallion of Courage. He's just so armored.
Yeah.
Dire structures are fortified.
I really like this build on the Bristleback as well. Oh boy.
He just soaks it up. They put the Viper Strike out onto Blackout Maniac, but Bristleback will just eat it. Because why not?
Yep. And that's
that's
with
your
Break
ulti down.
Applied.
That is with Break Applied.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So much sustain here with the Necro as well.
Yeah, he has his Guardian Greaves finished, and his Mana Boots and Fook. Oh my goodness, yeah, this second part, this will definitely be the tier 3 falling. Fisher block from IRN VU finds 2, just buys some time and some space for this tower to fall without being contested. The Blink 4 from Sonic finds a 3-man LP in the back lines, and now they can drop the one more combo. Echo Slam from IRN VU. It's not enough to stop the damage already. The Sandstorm is just locking up these senior squad heroes as Blackout Master attempts to get away. He's still quite tanky. BKB used by Fook. IRN VU finds one more Fisher Stomp, and no one has died in this fight.
What is going on?
Crazy, Yule's up, Trash Panda, they turn around, Senior Squad looking to get the attack damage onto Viper. He's quite tanky, and all the more damage you do him, the more damage he does to you. Penance will be caught in the kinetic field, throws out the Reaper's side of Subsonic, who just tanks through it. He wasn't even below 50% HP, there wasn't even a chance of Penance getting that kill. And next up pops the Song of the Siren, for some odd reason, immediately cancels it. And this Necrophos will be left behind. Cue it up, and finished off.
I think it was cancelled CP.
Oh boy, they glimpse him, but you can't kill them. Bristle's still alive.
Yeah.
That was huge, and then no one died. I thought someone was dying.
Caffey, that was flipping awesome to watch. That being said, really nice hold by the Dark Side. Yes, they lose their tier 3, but on the whole, I think they can come out positively from that. They get a kill and remove the Aegis. Begs the question: have Senior Squad missed their timing? We don't know yet, but it's interesting food for thought currently.
Yeah, they got to be careful how they go up those.
Yeah.
You know, you got to watch your spacing. And even those Echo Slams, like Viper's innate magic resistance, I don't know what it's sitting at currently. It's sitting at 66 right now with the pipe.
Yeah.
He just soaked it up like nothing happened to him. He lost like a 10th HP.
Crazy.
Wild. What a hero. Flies around.
What?
Who was saying that Viper in the lore is Pugner's
Pugner's
pet?
pet.
Yes, he was the one that made him.
Yeah, I've heard that. I don't remember who told me.
One split Earth onto Trash Panda. He still has a pipe and Guardian Greaves available to him. Try to stay alive. There's a lot of pure damage coming out with the physical. Fook's not quite done. Plus the BKB going to run up the high ground to get this kill, and he will miss it. While I'm the curry now brings down IRN VU's Earthshaker, and Fook could be in a lot of trouble. Subsonic blinks forward. He's going to hold onto the skewer. Going to throw out the shockwave, putting him back into place. There's another split Earth. Blackout Maniac going to tank all the damage being thrown towards his carry. Help with the cool spray, they bring down White Mamba, who instantly buys back. Viper Strike, Trash Panda, he throws it out onto the Bristleback once again for some unknown reason. There's the break with Sonic with the RP, finds 2, drags him into the Nanotoxin, and this is a lot of damage. Yule Scepter keeping Fook alive for a little bit longer, but the Viper will find the kill, and Blackout Maniac and 2 will be the second to fall. Subsonic making the plays. Mildly caught back. They don't have detection. Yes, they do. Glimmer Cape only lasts for 5 seconds. And Silencer will be silenced.
Oh boy, this game is an emotional roller coaster. I don't even know what's happening anymore. It's swinging this way and that. And with that buyback from White Mamba, honestly, very well played by the Dark Side. And they managed to get 3 off the back of that.
Yeah, Subsonic just finding these great openings, these great initiations with that reverse polarity.
Yeah.
He's got the BKB up available to him now as well. 10 seconds. Well, I'm the curry now.
Radiant's middle tower is under
What's he going to go for next? The Basher. He's got a... What's that sword again? Paladin
The
sword.
halberd. Oh, Paladin sword. Yeah.
Nice chunk of lifesteal.
Yeah, really nice item on a lifestealer.
Echo Slam, I over you finds 4, but TDS just soak it up like it's just water on the edge of the basin. Blackout Maniac thrown forward, trying to find White Mamba. Gets a glimpse back towards his tier 3 tower, Penance in the back line. He's got all the sustain he needs, throwing out as many death pulses as he can as his Bristleback surges forward. Got a lot of stacks up in his warpath, so quite fast and quite dangerous. Fuchs respawn too. They're going to get Reaper Scythe out, bring down White Mamba. TDS Viper, that's a double full sub. Sonic going to skewer back, buy some space for his team. The global silence, he goes for the TP out of the face of Damon. There is no stun to stop him. However, his teammates will probably be brought down. Trash Panda does get killed, 3 times killing spree going down. Fruit pops the BKB too, will push up this mid lane. Meanwhile, Nexter, he's just pushing in the side lanes. He's got that meteor hammer, and I guess this Naga eventually becomes another core. Got a diff blade.
It's really important right now for senior squad to get a Rex in response, which I think they will do with relative ease.
Yeah, there is a fortify to delay them for a little bit of time, but that's 2 dire heroes dead for a significant duration. Duels instantly onto Iron the Curry. Gonna be brought into the Split Earth, stunned up. Does have the Enrage. Penance just uses the Death Shroud. Can't hit him when he has the Death Shroud on. You can't target him with abilities though. The Snare coming out, and there's the Meteor Hammer too. Does clip the Necrovos, but he's really tanky. I don't know if they have enough damage to bring him down, while Fook just runs back in with the Split Earth, gets the Pulse over them, bring down Nexter. But IRMU blinks forward, there's the BKB. Subsonic uses the RP and only finds one. Fook just turns around, and that physical damage goes right through BKB, mildly wailing away. Lifestealer forced to jump into Subsonic. Does give him a little bit of an HP buff, and will probably let him get back to base. He does skewer away. However, this Rex will fall. Senior squad gonna find that opening they needed. Blackout Maniac instantly moving bottom, moving south. They're actually teeping out. Thought they would have kept going. No, never mind. Vipers respawn. That is the big problem. That is the big counter, is that Viper. As soon as he's out of these fights, it's much easier for senior squad.
Yeah, that break application, as well as the tankiness of the Viper, makes it very difficult to deal with. You would think, looking at this lineup, that the Magnus would be the tank, but it's not the case. Trash Panda are honestly almost impossible to kill unless there are 4 or more heroes in the side of senior squad going on him.
He's also picked up the Bloodstone now, so getting a good amount of mana regen, and in times of crisis he can activate it, which gives him, how does it work? 30% of your max mana to health regen. For 2 seconds, just 2 seconds. Best to use when you're running away or when you're out of the fight?
It depends, Cappy. I think sometimes it's used just in absolute desperation. So maybe that's not the best judge of when you should use it. Personally, I've used it in both scenarios, so I don't know what the best would be. I think that it's totally up to the player.
Coin for me.
Do you play any heroes that have a Bloodstone, Cappy?
Timbersaw.
Timbersaw.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I know to use, but his thing is, I know he can use it because you already might have a bunch of stacks on him, so it makes sense to use it if you're dropping low in health in a fight.
Yeah, sure.
But I feel like with a Leshrac, it's only 2 seconds that you use it, and it might not be enough to keep you alive, unless you've got BKB on. Maybe then.
Well, I think the BKB makes a difference, but we also see the Leshrac picking or queuing up an Octarine core, which then would complement that quite well. Bottom lane.
They find the Echo Slam, going to bring down Nexter. Yes, just the pos 4. That's 2 big ultimates committed for him. They do kill him. That's something. Rashawn is back up.
You say it's just a pos 4, Cappy, but with the ultimate from Nagasaran, they really have ultimate disengage. So I think they would be looking. They would be willing to look for a fight now.
Which my matriarch will prize.
Bounties have spawned. Who's that out there in the dark? Who's that out there?
It's an invisible penance.
An invisible penance. Getting some information for the rest of his team.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Darkside are aware of that. Obviously, with the Necrophos Heartstopper aura would become active, and they would see it on their status bar.
Do they get that?
Yeah, they do.
Book Just pushing forward. Really, really farmed Leshrac. I like the hero. He was some mad scientist or something.
The Shrek.
Yeah, if you read it, he got
I did not know that.
turned into this creature of chaos and whatever
Disco
it is.
Pony.
Disco Pony. Subsonic goes for the TP out. I'm a big fan of the lore.
Okay.
Don't know it all off by heart, but makes for some interesting
reading.
Yeah, especially if sometimes you hear voice lines shared between characters, you're like, you definitely know each other
Yeah.
from somewhere.
All right, Cappy, I think for the side of senior squad, they're definitely in the driving seat still, and they go for Roshan. I was just about to say that's the next play. They wait for that, pick up another Aegis, and look to push high ground again.
This will have
Hopefully
cheese
with
too.
slightly more success than last time.
Yes, a little bit better positioning.
Yeah.
Be careful of that subsonic blink reverse polarity. But he done a lot of cool plays this game. He's got the Chrysalis now too. The Mangus hits. Boy, does he hit. He hits harder than a GB. Sorry. Is that appropriate? I don't think I can finish that one. I don't know where that was going.
Well, we're here now.
We're here now. Penance is here too. Very far forward he is. He's okay. He's got the boys behind him. PDS, get the hell out of Nam. All the way back up to the high ground.
Also, guys, we're going to be changing the name of Dota to DOTN, Defense of the NAM.
Defense of the Nam. That makes sense, though.
Does it, though?
It makes a lot more sense. I mean, Batrider is basically the equivalent of a B-52 bomber.
Yeah, that's a fair shot.
Just drops napalm all over shit in the jungle.
No,
And
not only that,
slaughters innocents.
Yeah, Invoker has an EMP, Sniper is, Sniper.
Sniper.
Might as well be NAM, dude.
Yeah, Sniper's like COD. He is your FPS in this game. Next is playing games around the side, yeah? Got the diff blade up. Do a little bit of chip away onto Penance, but Next probably needs to be careful. What does he? The heels up, the dodge of the Meteor Hammer. There's the slow from Silencer. She is going to have to use the Song of the Siren just to get out. But that means it will be down for like 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's pretty big already. Drawing that spell out means that they are far more able to take high ground without any interruptions. Cappy, do you think that if you go to profile mode in Sniper and play Sniper in profile mode, that Dota could be considered an FPS?
Yeah, that's actually... Yeah. I think we're going to try this.
I think so. I think that's happening.
It's quite fun. Yeah, I think that actually sounds pretty cool. Playing Dota from Sniper mainly. I mean, other heroes understand why you need a top view, but not Sniper. You just see things and you shoot. Blackout Maniac in the front of his senior squad. PDS has got the Mind Break on him now, so he silences up the first thing he hits every like 20 seconds.
Yep.
Book. Got the Edict. Towers pretty dropping quite low. I think it's all up to Subsonic to find the big initiation. Viper Strike thrown onto Blackout. They're holding on to the RP. He finds it again in the back, and the blink angle from Marder and V. He blinks, she echoes, and then he blinks. The silence is too late. Senior squad are losing a lot of damage as Subsonic pops the BKB and just starts hacking away at this front line belonging to Senior squad. Blackout Maniac brought back, not before he brings down White Vumber though. And I'm the curry now. Gets the open wounds onto Penance. Maybe Earthshaker gonna buy him some time. So Bristleback gonna eat the cheese. Blackout Maniac is so strong, so tanky. Still got the Lotus Orb available to him. However, their main source of damage, Frug, has been forced to TP to the bottom lane. Sonic gonna be dragging back this Bristleback under the tower range. IO envy you. Can't get in range to find any stuns this fight. And he will find, returns the first hit bash on his head, preventing the TP out. I'm the curry now. Should be able to wrap up that kill as Bristleback just buys all the time in the world. They throw out the Reaper Sight. They find Trash Panda. That is a no buyback Viper for the next 2 minutes. But Leshrac is in the wrong lane. They can't capitalize on this. He might actually be fine, because at this rate, Blackout Maniac will sit out in the tier 3s, and Leshrac will be able to push that bottom wave all the way up to the high ground before they become anywhere near close to killing this guy. That's the third Viper Strike, or the second one he's eaten. Glimpse back, Yule's up. Split Earth, however, there's the rage. Full immunity. Penance is probably going to fall. No, one more Yule's up. He will try to find the space to keep him alive. That Death Shroud doing the work he needs it to do while Fook pops the BKB. Subsonic has it up again for the second time in this fight. Blackout Maniac is still at almost full HP as Mowgli is brought down. Nexter is respawned as well. He's holding on to the song. It's up in 14 seconds. They get the whole combo down. The whole shebang on the Blackout Maniac. And looks maybe this time that he will eventually fall. As Senior Squad realize that their tank, literally their Panzer 4 has fallen. And it's time to retreat. That was a long period of watching Bristleback soak up damage.
Cappy, if I told you, oh, someone's siren.
Yeah, Song of the Siren. It's not over yet. They find themselves Penance. He's in a very bad spot. Pops the Death Shroud almost immediately. They do have the Meteor Hammer. Need to lock down this Necrophos, who's holding on to some of his very good items. He is, however, been left alone. Will use himself up one more time. Another Death Shroud. Another Death Pulse. He's just passively regenerating. He actually has the Guardian Greaves up in 1 second. Gonna use them. Should have used them a bit earlier, maybe to purge off that net. He is trapped up. No, Death Shroud again with the Death Pulse. And another instead. Sonic's actually taking so much damage from this. Iron Envy's made the rotation back in, throws the Fisher out, finds nothing. But they keep Necro alive.
Absolutely wild. Cappy, would you believe me if I told you that there were only 2 buybacks in that fight?
There were 2 buybacks in that fight.
That is all, sir.
That was a hell of a long fight.
I feel like we've just watched 10 minutes of Bristleback and Necro soaking damage.
In that period, Fook TP bottom, pushed the wave all the way up to the tier 3s, and then ran top to join the fight again.
What?
What does Bristol go next? More armor? Just finish the Solar Crest. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think finish Solar Crest. Maybe go into something like an Octarine or an AC afterward. We might see that happen. To be honest, at this stage, I wouldn't even be surprised if he went Aghanims.
Yeah, that would be cool. It's a little bit of stat. What does it do? It's still the goo.
Yeah, it's AoE goo, so it's really nice. It's not a targeted ability anymore. So everything within an AoE, every enemy units within an AoE gets a goo stack, and obviously that can be turned into an Aghanim's Blessing and opening up another item slot for the Bristleback.
Basically, you're saying Bristleback is the mascot for COVID-19.
Oh,
he just sneezes goo at you out of his nose,
and you die.
And it slowly kills you.
That's
over
pretty
a period
raw,
of time. That is. But am I wrong? I ask you these important questions. Am I wrong? Echo Slam, he actually stops Magnus from killing off that rage creep that Fook was teleporting to, but they got the next Song of the Siren to perhaps set this up. He's holding onto the RP. Penance is waiting on the outside of BKB over RP pierces it, and the silence will come out. Iron Envy brought down immediately. Fook losing so much HP to the combined damage of Nexus, Sonic, and Iron the Curry. Now Mowgli brought in, but Fook is gone. Penance now. He forces to use the Death Shroud. Death Pulse out. They do kill off Naga Siren. Iron the Curry with the help of Skewer. They bring back Mowgli into attack range. Sonic, he's going to be Reaper's Scythe and eventually brought down. The silencer hitting now, but Blackout Maniac's made an appearance, and this is a lot of trouble for I'm the Curry now. There's a Static Storm. Trash Panda made the TP in, tries to go for the Guardian Greaves. It buys enough time for I'm the Curry to get the Infest Bomb into White Mamba, keeping him alive, prolonging this fight even more because the 2 tankiest heroes on this map are going head to head with the help of no one else. Blackout Maniac and Iron Envy and Penance soaking it up. White Mamba trying to buy some space and time. Panda's throwing out all the poison attacks he can, but they lose Iron Envy. That is a dieback on this Earthshaker. White Mamba will safely escape, gets the kinetic field at a very good spot. Blackout Maniac dropping quite low. However, there's his regen, there's his continuous eternal fountain of youth coming to help him out. Penance giving all the healing, all the good stuff. Lotus Orb, he's still in this fight. Mowgli's here again. Get out the last word and the slow silence to break him up. Disarmed on Trash Panda, that's quite bad. He can't attack anything, he can't steal any more damage. I'm struck like it's like not much. It's like watching, I don't know how to describe this. It's not boring, but it's just,
oh my goodness. What? Oh, Cappy, I feel like I'm 10 years older. This is so stressful.
These are like 2 to 3 minute engagements.
Oh my goodness, there's just
things-
so much sustain, so much tankiness. And I feel like the Lifestealer's putting out a lot of damage, which is relevant to the heroes like the Earthshaker, Silencer, and the Leshrac. But this Bristleback and Necro are practically unkillable right now.
Yeah, they can't touch him.
Wow.
What do you have to deal with that? Nothing.
Yeah, look, it's going to be tough. I feel like the Viper needs to not take any damage and constantly putting his Nether Strike and his Viper Strike into these fights to be able to kill the Necro and the Bristleback. But it's just not possible. They're able to close that gap and get on top of him. And he's, I wouldn't say he's a non-entity. He's contributing a lot, but he's definitely dying every fight. And they are targeting the majority of their damage on him.
Luke has found next. They're going to pop the BKB. However, he gets it off just before the song comes out and will run down this Naga Siren. I think that is a dieback on the Naga.
Yeah. Nope.
No, never mind. It's going to be one soon. I'm kidding. He's going in the bottom to help the rest of his team. Penance is there with Blackout Maniac. These two Panzer IVs, even Tiger Tanks, some would say, leading up the front line. Subsonic finds the RP again, but what can they do with this good start? Silence is out. So is the Sonic Storm. Now, I'm the curry. Now they find a very big Meteor Hammerstone with the help of Neska. But that Lifestealer just disappears as if he was made of paper. White Mamba getting brought down too. Fluke is just doing way too much damage all the time. He misses the split earth, but it doesn't matter because they run him down. Blackheart Maniac is so damn strong. Goodness gracious. And this Rex will fall. That's the second Rex. You know what actually the problem is on TDS? No one bought a Spirit Vessel. It would have helped a bit.
These revelations you're coming up with are wild.
I'm just thinking them through. The Echo Slam, it does nothing again. These heroes just soak it up. They all have the BKBs out basically. Subsonic just used his, but now that it's down, he's going to take a lot of damage. Maybe bring down this Earthshaker. I'm the curry. Looks like he might find the kill. The Maelstrom proc does get it. And meanwhile, these two tanks are just soaking up the damage. Fook just took the top racks. All by himself. And he comes back in to join the fight. Reaper's Scythe, it's not enough to bring down this Magnus, but it will be enough to buy the space and time that Fook needs to close off this game one. GG, well played, is called. Wow.
Wow.
This was,
Big wow.
as a Spirit Vessel, like, Naga was too busy being a carry that she forgot about important stuff.
Yeah, Spirit Vessel this game would have been huge for the side of the dark side. Either way, very well played to both teams. Very entertaining game as well. We appreciate that. I know you do too, Cappy. And thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, we're back for the next one shortly.